to like I said, you don't have to come to these webinars. It's totally optional. Hey guys, welcome back. We're at 100x Crypto Academy webinar. We do these every Sunday. We do them free, so these you can watch these things if you want to, if you have the link. And also, we obviously talk about new projects and stuff because it's all happening now. It's like the beginning of the bull run. So, yeah, it's definitely the mood has changed. So I don't think the bull run's like it's just like like a little pimple. In my opinion, I don't think it's fully started. I don't think the bull run is going to it's not going to be in full effect for at least, in my opinion, at least 1 or 2 years. So we've got a lot of time to accumulate, which is great. But the good thing about it is everything's popping off. So this is like, honestly, this is what I think. If you have a little bit of money, you don't need a lot, maybe 1,000, 5,000, or 10,000, right? And just put it into crypto over the next 2 years. You can literally just, it depends on how much you invest. But I was talking to a guy that I know for a long time. I call him the ETH God. He's from India. Anyway, he had like 1,000 ETH or something at the time. This is when ETH was like $9. So he bought 1,000 ETH at $9. So you can, but the thing was, he's $2,000 now, right? You can do the maths on it, but he didn't. I think he sold a lot of it, but that's why I call him the ETH God. He messaged me today. How you going? Hey, ETH God, how you going, mate? So those times are crazy. Ethereum was $9. In a quick conversation, I just said, "Oh, look, it hasn't started yet, but now's a good time to buy. Buy up all this stuff." And he said to me, "So with $10,000, you could literally turn it into $1 million." And I said, "Yeah, you could, with the right coins, the right investment. You've got to get lucky on a few. You got to pull out a couple of 100Xs out of your ass, but you could possibly turn 10 grand into $1 million or 500 grand. It's possible." And that's why people are basically here, because you can't do it in traditional stocks. But it's highly risky, especially with the meme coins, which we'll talk more about today. That's kind of like, that's how you can really just go crazy. So anyway, we'll talk more about, and Garth's got heaps of stuff he wants to talk about, and Tommy's going to chime in. So how's your week been there, Garth? It looks like you got a haircut too.
Yeah, I did. I know. It's getting pretty hot. It's getting pretty hot out here. So I did a bit of a haircut. It's getting a bit crazy. And it's hot. There's also, I'm not sure if it's gone away yet, but there's been a Cyclone Jasper up near Cairns Way. So that's been causing a lot of interesting weather events. We've been getting storms like every day, and it's been super hot and humid. So yeah, just the usual crazy weather events, lots of stuff. Haven't been keeping up too much with the news, like domestic news, so don't have really much to talk about with that. This week I've just been focusing on just crypto projects, and I've got a bunch to share tonight, because it really, look, this to me, this is just the beginning. This ETF thing, honestly, there is that many. I got a list. I saw it today. It was over 10, well, possibly 15 companies that have applied for an ETF. And if they get them, which is quite possible, they all get them. And the idea is then that all these finance firms can offer an ETF, a Bitcoin spot ETF. And all that means is, right, for simple layman, or you've got in Australia, we have superannuation. If you've got that sort of thing, investment, you can't invest in Bitcoin right now. But with an ETF, you can probably press a button or allocate and say, hey, I want to allocate a little portion to Bitcoin. And you can do that once this ETF comes in. And once it becomes all approved in America, you'll see countries like Australia follow, and other countries do the same. it will go off the charts. That's all I can say, because the amount of money that will inflow because of people wanting just to click a little button and say allocate Bitcoin to, maybe 5% or 3% of their whole portfolio. I want to allocate that to crypto. Man, it'll just go. It'll be a scene. It'll be like, bang, that's over. Like, obviously, it's still going to go up afterwards, but it might go to 100K within a few days or something like that. That's how powerful I think this ETF thing is. And at the moment they're in middle of talks. Before, 2 or 3 years ago, they weren't interested in talking about ETFs, but basically now they got 15 companies applied for it. They're in conversations with it, and it won't be long before they approve it, because they know they can make money. And at the moment, the stock market is pumping in the US, is like all-time highs for S&P and Dow Jones. So this is all happening, and in the background we've got Bitcoin poised to take off. So there's just no better time to get into it right now.
Yeah, I was having a look at the some news and stuff, and I saw this post which I shared on my Facebook, and it said, I said Bitcoin could reach 1 million by 2030, which is 7 years away. This guy here, Arthur Hayes, he's an American entrepreneur. He's a co-founder and former CEO of cryptocurrency exchange BitMEX. He said that Bitcoin is going to reach 1 million, or could reach 1 million in 2024. So, obviously, he probably has some more information than we do, but obviously it's still pretty speculative. But he's reported to being the youngest African-American crypto billionaire in history. So you might know a few things, put it that way. So that's crazy. And that's how, in my opinion, we are going to get to this. There's no other way. We're going to get to these numbers so fast is the ETF. So you never know. You just don't know, because it could have just happened like that. Hey, Tommy, how you going, mate? What's been happening in your neck of the communist woods?
I'm right here, Vietnam. Just chilling, hanging in there. It was pretty nice. It was like 80 degrees 2 days ago, and now it dropped to 50 degrees. So
cool.
This morning, I'm like the opposite of Garth. Garth is sweating over there. I'm over here freezing. I'm wrapped up in a blanket. I got sweatpants on, socks, and everything. So I was like, damn, I don't even want to go outside, but I'm only going to be here for a couple of more days, and then I'm going to head out to the land of the Philippines this week. So we're going to change the weather a little bit.
You're hot there, I think.
No, I'm freezing over here. It's like 50 degrees over here, and it was 80 degrees the other day. So this weather is very funny. It's bipolar. So you never know.
Yeah.
At least in Thailand and like the southern parts, they're always hot like all year round. But yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Just hanging in there. I wanted to touch on the BlackRock situation. They just revised one of their paperwork, and they added to allow JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs to put Bitcoin on the balance sheet. So they said, okay, by the way, part of the ETF, we want to allow all these banks to put Bitcoin on their balance sheet. Like Garth was saying, that a lot of these companies are not allowed to be crooks like JP Morgan. But now these guys are saying F Bitcoin, F crypto, but then behind the scenes, they're loading up all the Bitcoins. So that's that.
Well, that's the thing. You never believe those companies. They're full of shit. And that's exactly what they'll do. They'll say one thing, but they'll do the opposite. And there's a actual term where basically it means, when there's a battle and the victor is lost, the victor is about to conquer the other team, the other side is going to lose. So what do? They just surrender and they just buddy up with the winning team, because so what they do is they just buy crypto, because they will die, they will become extinct. So the only way that they will live on is to actually hop on and buy the thing that is actually going to take them over. So then, it kind of like makes sense, right? Because that's going up. So, hey, we'll just pour our money into that. and that'll keep us alive. And that's what there's actually a terminology there, so I don't know the name, but that's what these companies are going to do. J.P. Morgan, Fidelity, all these banks, they will just buy Bitcoin because they see the writing is on the wall, and they're just going to the clients will ask for it, so they're going to still make money from fees, so they'll just do it, which is good for us. They'll facilitate this moving forward. So yeah, so that's going to be exciting, very exciting for us crypto heads, Bitcoin people, which is going to be good. So anyway, we'll quickly get into it. I'll probably just talk a little bit about obviously you guys, if you've in the academy, you can join that at patreon.com/100x crypto academy, and you got a few lists there that you can buy. I recommend that if you're a newbie, just buy the list, buy one list, and just buy the coins on the list, and then just sit and just hold. That's basically what I would do, because if you buy enough of the coins and you hold long enough, they will, eventually 5x, 10x to 50x, and you could turn $1,000 into 30 or 40 grand. Kind of like bare minimum, So, just keep that in mind, because you don't have to be an expert in this stuff, right? You just need to get the right information and then just take action on it. Obviously, do some more research. But okay, it's going crazy now. It's starting to Bitcoin. The whole market's starting to pick up. I can just feel it. It's gone crazy. The volumes are moving in, and the things that's happening now that I'm sensing is these meme coins are popping up. So it's meme coin season. It's back. They're starting to go bonkers, and that's exactly what this one did. It's called Bonk Coin. So this is just confirmation that Solana it's going to be one of the competitors. It's going to be like one of the ones that's going to have massive volume. So this is Bonk Coin, like October. Did nothing. Someone created it, did nothing. And this is on Sol, right? And then it, by the time sort of November came around, it started to move a bit. And if you got into Bonk Coin then, you would have got it at 0.6083. I mean, I haven't got the. Actually, you could probably do the. You know how you do the. What do you call it?
Yeah, on the left-hand side, in the chat bar. On the chart.
Yeah.
No, to your right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, along there.
That one?
Click. No, you'll have to click on the little arrows, and it will be down a bit. Try the next one down. No, the next icon down. No, go back up to the top. See that first one?
Yeah.
Down. Stop. Just to the right, click the little arrow. And what you're looking for is in there or the other one, they'll have something that says the percentage. Actually, I can see it now. So go to your left again. Left. Down. Left.
What's it called?
It's not on that list. It's in another menu. Yeah. Go down. Down one more. Yeah. Long position. That'll do. Click that. See price range?
Yep. Oh, that's the one I wanted.
Sorry.
Yeah. So you can tell. See, I don't trade. I don't know.
Yeah.
So there you go. There it is there. How do you find out the
You scroll down, you move it down a bit so you can see it.
Okay, hang on.
And then the words are at the top.
Okay.
Move the scale down if you want. So on the right-hand side where all the labels are, if you click and drag that, it'll move the scale.
There you go. See, guys, you can tell I don't trade.
It's close enough. It's all hidden at the top.
All right. Okay.
So move it down, or just use the scale. See on the right-hand side where you got the scale?
Yeah.
The right-hand side. Up. The scale. Yeah, that. No, to the right. A little bit. Yeah, see that thing? Click, drag that. And now you can see it. You can see the white writing in the middle. It should say a huge percentage.
I got it. There you go. Right, there you go. So you learn something every day. 6,285%.
Wow, that's 60x.
That's crazy.
Maybe 600x. I don't know. Drop a couple zeros off it. Yeah. Wow. That's a lot of money.
That's crazy. So you would have made really serious gains from this coin, bonk, right? But that's just the start of it, because they're popping off like mushrooms. This one here just popped off the other day. It's called. Now, I personally wouldn't get into these, not now, because they're kind of like, they've already done their. See, look at this. They've already done their dash. I wouldn't just see these meme coins they got. So look at this one with. This is called dog with a hat, right? Dog with a hat. It's literally just a dog with a hat on. It's so dumb. It's called dogwithhat.org. It's so dumb. But this thing here, it's same deal. It's just going off like freaking crazy. And this is another one, Solana. So this dog with the hat, this bonk. And you can find them. To find them, you can just come along. The best place is pretty much Twitter. And then you can what I do is I go on Twitter and then I just go and follow certain people, and then they kind of like, you can see them kind of talking about new projects. Or you can follow wallets as well. That's a bit more technical. Deck Screen is another good one where you can just come along here. So now there's a new one called Bonker, right? So this could just be a pumping up. Most of these are really speculative, right? So this one's called Bonker now. It's gone bonkers. So now it's all along the bonk theme. Before, remember, it was like Peppy theme. Like it was all Peps. Everything was named Peppy. Now they're probably going to be calling everything bonk, something, all this.
So it's like Dogecoin and then Shiba Inus and then Doge Elon.
Yeah, that sort of thing.
So they might come out with bonk Elon next, probably.
Yeah. So they're all going to be like this one here, Brett. This one's called Brett. They're the dumbest names ever, but they're just this thing's got massive. Well, it's doing stupid numbers. So this is like, you can find them here on Deck Screener. Just scroll up the top here, right? Or you can just go here and you can go. Where did I find it before? You can just click onto Solana, and then you can just. This will tell you the basically the volumes and the actual coins that are coming in, and then what you can do is you can come. So look at this one. Brett's done 33,000%. Just stupid numbers. A volume 1.6 million, 64,000. So this is what I like to do. I come here, I click on Solana, and then I'll go to the liquidity, and then I want to see quite a bit of liquidity. I don't want to see like too much liquidity, less liquidity, because I want to know that there's people coming into this. So you want to kind of like, you can catch this. If you're quick enough, you can catch it on the way up. And then you look at 24 hours. So what you want to do is you don't want to look at like 30 liquidity, because it could just be pumping up. You want to have enough liquidity there, but then you want to get it like in the 24-hour chart where it's not quite popping off yet. So you can scroll down here, and this is what I like to do. Just have a look and then see what's popping off, and then just go into each one and see if you can get something on the way up. Okay, another place is Twitter, and then another place is CoinGecko, and then you just go into the main part, right? And then just go to this 24 hours, okay? Click on this, and this will show you like the 24, what's sort of mooning in the last 24 hours. There's also 24-hour volume. I sort of play around with these sort of stats here. See, there's bonk there, and then go through this list, go through each one to find more stuff, or you can just go into the categories and just go find meme coins. So there's a lot of information here. There's more technical tools, which we probably should do more stuff on, so they can find the data before they start to moon. And then you can try to catch them on the way up. The reason why we're talking about meme coins is because this is the fastest way you're going to make money. Now, I'm assuming that you've done the buying the coins and holding them, because you can throw $100 in a couple of these coins, and if they go off, you can turn that $100 into $1,000, or you can turn it into 10,000. Right. So what I'm saying is, get the stuff that we talk about, get that sorted first. So you have, your Bitcoin, your Solana, AVAX, Matic, and BNB, right? So they're just buy. You should just have that in your portfolio because they're the safest coins, in my opinion. Maybe BNB a bit speculative. Then you buy your 20 list, which is just spend $50 on that, and then now you're set. If all else fails for your meme coins, you're still going to make a shitload of money, depending on how much money you've got in the in the stable stuff. And then you just play around with these meme coins. These are like ones that you throw in $50, $100, and if they do well, you're laughing. You can make a quick 1,000, 5,000, 10,000. But if they don't, well, you still got your stable stuff, which we've already talked about multiple times. So just come along here and try to find meme coins. I'm trying to find it. I can't find it, but it's here. And then you can go into this, and then you can find more meme coins. And then there's heaps of websites that we've talked about in the past, but I just can't find them all. I think I'm at right now. So that's how you find your meme coins. Or just join, just go on Twitter, and also join our Discord. For as little as $5 a month, you'll get the coins in Solana. All right. So if you join this level here at the Sol tier, you'll get the list and you get the meme coins. Okay. Stuff that pops off. Yeah, this one here, and another one that's popped off. This is the dog whiff one I was just talking about before. Just stupid amount of volume went into that. So we just try to post the stuff there. Okay. Now, the other thing too is you want to look out for what's going to go off is Solana stuff. So anything that's on Solana, it's going to pop off because they're just basically taking the narrative. Okay, what's already launched on Ethereum, take that and then just launch it on Solana. Give it a new coat of paint. Meme coins, dexes, perpetuals, anything, it'll just moon, right? So and also the other one is AVAX. Okay, so Solana and AVAX are going to be the ones that are going to be the biggest movers in the next 12 to 24 months, in my opinion. They're the ones that you're going to, like I just said, they'll take everything on ETH, they'll dump it on Solana, it'll moon, people make a ton of money. They'll do the same on AVAX. So that's the narrative, basically, what is happening right now. And you can make some really good gains if you get into the right project on Solana and AVAX. So one more thing too, a thing that I really like, and we'll probably end up giving away a couple of coins here, but that's okay. They're in the list. Real life type of shit, right? Projects that are real life, do actual real life stuff in crypto, and not just pumping off, a hype. So another one that's going really well is Internet Computer, or ICP, and this is basically like Amazon for crypto, right? So here you can see Amazon that just made.
we got the screen up. Sweet, we can see it now. Okay. Yeah.
So this is Amazon's revenue for Amazon Web Services. They made $80 billion annually. That's in 2022. That's not 2023. It'd be more than that now. So they basically host computer services. Anything that's going to be online, it's going to be hosted by someone, right? And this is the same with internet, right? Anything online, we're talking NFTs, blockchains, everything. Anything that has to be, crypto related. You have to use some sort of provider to put this stuff, and because of the whole thing with the regulation and stuff, they can start to block these type of infrastructure if the laws in certain countries say so. So with the internet computer, ICP, this is like a decentralized version of Amazon services, which is this is like the Amazon S3 of. So think of this like a good way to think about it is like what do you call web hosting, right? Like web hosting is one of those things. Like GoDaddy, that's why they went to $1 billion companies, because you're always going to need web hosting because you're going to have to put your shit somewhere, right? You're going to be, if you need a presence online, well, you're going to have to host it somewhere. With the internet, this is the thing, right? You're going to need web hosting, and ICP is one of those projects we talked about 6 months ago, which Garth also talked about extensively, because what we were doing back then is we're doing a sneaky little trick, which you watch that webinar, you'd know what it was. But so ICP just is one of those ones that I think that is going to. Hang on, what am I done? ICP is going to be one of those ones that's going to. I'll just switch it to the normal tab. That is just going to go bonkers. Not bonkers as in bonkers like the bonk coin, but there's nothing holding the bonk coin. Once the hype settles with bonk, and it will eventually, because they all do, just like Pepe. People go, geez, why did I buy this coin? Right. So meme coins, while the going's good, you take your profits and get out. Don't get greedy. But with something like this, internet cloud storage, and this is going on, you'll see this on Solana. You'll start to see this on Cosmos. There's already projects on Cosmos, and you'll see it on AVAX. They're all popping off like mushrooms. So this is why I like these type of infrastructure projects, because they're real stuff. And this is why this project has done 100% already since I bought it. And, it's just a pretty, very, very good project. So it's like the internet for, blockchain, cloud housing, Web3 services, all that sort of shit that needs to be online. The whole thing is it's got to be decentralized, it's got to be secure, and they've got to protect your identity. So this is kind of like what this is, right? So it's a pretty big project. It's got big wraps on it. And we talked about this 6 months ago, because you were looking up the development of it, and they were working on it like crazy, weren't they, Garth?
That is right. And I actually just brought up the screen. Did you want me to share what that screen is right now? Is that okay?
Yep.
Okay.
Right.
Let me just share it, because you were just talking about it. There we go.
So we were talking about it 6 months ago when this stuff was cheap.
Have a look at this. This is in the last 12 months, number one. There you go. 100 contributors, over 5,014 commits in the last 12 months. So just this little thing here, if you had invested any time in the last 12 months with ICP, you would be doing really well, because this doesn't lie. This is what the developers are doing.
That's why you should always like look at fundamentals. I know people are like, I don't need to know fundamentals. But once these things go, they're like an ice cream. They're like an ice cream flavor. Once everyone's like, I don't like coconut anymore. I want avocado. It's out of fashion, right? And that's what these meme coins are. And that's fine. You can make meme coins are great. I'm just not saying don't buy them. I'm saying that they have a time and place, and they will run their course. And it's time. You got to know when to get out. Don't be stupid. The people that have been in bull runs in the last 2 bull runs, they know the cycle of these meme coins. They know that you get in early, you take, it does 100x, you take your money and you get out. You don't fall in love with the coin and then ride it all the way down like one of our friends, the Dogecoin millionaire now. He's not a millionaire anymore. He's like $30,000. But anyway, so you got to know when to sell. And that's what with these meme coins, they don't have any fundamentals. So, I always try to look at fundamentals. I know that things pump because they don't do anything, and now that is certainly true with the internet, with the meme coins. All it takes is some shit coin, enough people to get behind it, and you just need some dude that goes on YouTube, and he sits like this, and he can pump all the micro caps. Like, he's only there, and he's only making money because he has 1 million followers. Okay, fair enough. I understand the dude. I like the dude myself, particularly. I won't mention his name, but if you want to show me like an OG move, do it on a faceless YouTube channel with 100 subscribers. Then make the calls, make the OG calls. Then you're an OG, not because you've got 1 million subscribers and you sit like this. Of course, he's going to be buying up the micro caps. Any clown can do it. You know what I mean? If a thing's got 30,000 or it's got like 1 million market cap, all he's got to do is just buy like a shitload of it and then go on YouTube. Hey guys, I found this new gaming coin. It's got a low market cap and it pumps like crazy, and he makes millions of dollars. So I'm not having a go at him. I'm just saying I like him. He's a cool dude. But fundamentals, stick to the fundamentals, because at the end of the day, that's what's going to bring you through. So ICP, I do like ICP because it is one of our picks, and it is in the list. Okay, it is in the 20 coin list, Solana coin list, and it's like done 100% already. But what I'm saying is take what ICP is, and then take it to Solana, take it to AVAX, Cosmos, and if they've got good development behind it, those projects are the ones that you want to invest in long term, because they're the ones that are going to moon like crazy. Like they're the ones that you really good plays. So anyway, I won't stop my little rant. I'll just pass it off to you, Garth.
Okay, no worries. All right, let's get onto it. Let me share the screen.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Oliver said a bonk 35,000% or something. That's crazy. Yeah.
That's 350x. Yeah.
Yeah, Judo was another one as well on Solana. See, so they're all popping off like mushrooms. Yep, exactly, Oliver.
All righty. So let's get through it. I won't bore you to death with, I got a lot to get through, so I'll be quick. I will. These are all posted. I've already posted these in our Discord group. It's actually in the ETH group, so that's the highest thing. So we'll cover a little bit more in depth on these, why I think they'll go well, but they are in there for your reference. So the first one I'm going to talk about is Bitcoin Cash. And this is an oldie, right? So Bitcoin Cash, let's have a quick look at where it is. Basically, it's a fork of Bitcoin, and happened. We were around when it happened with Bitcoin Cash. That was a wild event, and essentially, it was all to do with the fact that Bitcoin couldn't scale. The ridiculous prices. There was long wait times for transactions. The fees were ridiculous, and so the developers brought out Bitcoin Cash, and it was a big split. So it was pretty wild at the time, and Bitcoin Cash is now ranked at 22. Now, it hasn't performed as well as a lot of the others. If we have a look over the last year, you'll see that they had a big pump from maybe $100 to $300 and back to a couple of hundred, but they have got there's no real, activity going on right now. Whereas before they did have that massive rise, about 3x, which was pretty interesting. But Bitcoin Cash, back in the day, it was all-time high of 3,785. Now, I don't know if I'll ever get back to that, but currently it's at $200, and it does usually scale with Bitcoin because, honestly, it's cheaper, faster, and is still as strong as Bitcoin. So that one hasn't moved yet, and you certainly could get some of that and put that in your portfolio.
I was just going to say, I was just going to say, this is going to do 10x, all right? Because this just follows Bitcoin. It's like Bitcoin's shadow. This is going to just do a 10x, period, right? It mightn't do, like Bitcoin might go to more higher highs, but I still think this is going to come like get up there. So you're looking at 10x with this, in my opinion. And also the other one, Litecoin. Litecoin's down as well. No one's talking about Litecoin. But it's at 70 cents, and it hit I think 300 or 350. So That's another one that's good money in that one. So just keep an eye on those ones.
Yeah, no, perfect. All right, and the other thing too that Bitcoin Cash, they're like, everyone thought that with Ethereum, we'll run an EVM and we'll have all these contracts. Well, with Smart BCH, which is a side chain of Bitcoin Cash, it actually allows for a lot of DeFi. So that's actually, I haven't covered that much. We have covered it in the past. But that is like a thing as well. So they proved that Bitcoin could actually do all the things that ETH could do, and it's being slowly built out. So that's worth having some Bitcoin Cash because it has not pumped yet. And I think it will because they're still here. And you got to remember that their Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin.com, Roger Ver, he still has his hand in that, still has his hand in Bitcoin Cash, and he wants to grow that whole ecosystem. So you need to get a hold of some of that, I think. The next one I talk about, which is NG talks about Casper Labs in the past. We've covered it a lot. And it's a blockchain itself, and it's designed mainly for businesses. They do something different. They do public, hybrid, and private blockchains. So there's businesses that require the use of a blockchain, but maybe it doesn't have to be public, or parts of it can be public and private. But Casper is been getting a lot of developers, and it has not really seen much growth compared to what some of the others have. So if we look at Casper Network, CSPR, it's ranked at 122. And if we look at the last year, you can see that it had back in April, it was only at 6 cents. And now it's around about 4 cents. So it showed a little bit of activity here, but not like some of the others. And I think that this has got room to go. Casper, they've got something came out which was pretty huge. Where was it? There was something, I saw before that they had. I think it was one of the products that they had that it was pretty amazing for Casper. I'll find that shortly. But that's something definitely to have a look at, is Casper. All right, next one is Filecoin. So Filecoin, we're talking about things in the real world. So you just talked about ICP, right? And that's often services, to do with computers. For blockchain services. Filecoin is decentralized storage, a bit like Storj. It's another one. But Filecoin, if we have a look at Filecoin, you'll see that it hasn't really done much. So it's called FIL. It's ranked at 29, up 6% today. But if we look at the last year, you can see that it actually, back in February, it went to almost $9. Now it's actually went from $3 to $5, but it's still not at all-time highs. Now Filecoin, what's interesting about that is they're like one of the biggest networks for decentralized storage. They've brought out their virtual machine network for deploying smart contracts, which is pretty big. And they've got, basically, if you watch, they've got the little video here. This little video about services that have, and about just how much storage they have, and it is pretty crazy. So they've got so much available storage and the money that they can actually make from it, and they're slowly building on that. So I think that people will need, and projects will need, decentralized storage, and this is what they're using to build on. So it doesn't look very exciting there, but they got a lot of stuff happening, and I think that we'll see the reflection in the price over the next 3 or 4 months. So have a look at that one. Then we want to go on to Spark. Never talked about Spark before. Spark is basically a lending and borrowing platform powered by Maker, right? So Maker, they do like DAI, so DAI, DAI. It's a stable coin. And in this particular thing with Spark, you deposit DAI and you can earn 5%, borrow DAI 5.3%. So there's nothing too crazy about that, except that if we go to DeFi Llama, and let's have a look at DeFi Llama, and we have a look at Spark. Click on there now. Have a look at $1.46 billion locked. And have a look at when it started. May this year, millions, 23 million, 50 million, 400, 500 million, 400 million. And then the last few months, we went from 500 million to $1.5 billion. Now, if the thing about this is they're like very high up on the list of like value, like the total value locked. So if we have a look at the overall rankings, you scroll down here, there is Spark at number 14 with 1.47 billion. And to put that in perspective, Lido is 20 billion, Maker is 8 billion, 6 billion all the way down, and they're at number 14, Spark. But they've only been going for a little while now, and 56% increase in the last month in TVL. So they're getting a lot of money poured into Spark. So you can either participate in the actual earning and borrowing if you want to do that, but there is always a risk. But if you don't want to do that, you can just buy Spark itself. And I think we'll have a look at the icon for that. Again, Spark. Not sure where it is at the moment. That's all right. I think they've got I'm sure they have a icon token for it. I'll have a look at that somewhere there. But anyway, you can check that out. Maybe they don't. I'm sure they do. Spark is that. Anyway, that's fine. So basically, that's one to look at because it's collecting a lot of money. There's another one, Camino Finance. We've never talked about before.
Never heard that one before.
Yeah. This is on Solana, I think it is, from memory. Now, it's a borrow and lend platform, right? So we've seen those. And if we have a look at Camino on here, I think they're on here. Yeah, Camino. Camino's currently only got 143 million locked, but have a look at since November, from 12 million to 143. Now, what's going on is they got the Solana, but they've also offered markets for Jito, right? And think Juniper as well, and JTO. Now, these ones were huge coins that have taken off. And they're offering borrowing and lending on those coins. And also, I believe there was an airdrop associated with one of these. So there's a lot going on the
both
Solana.
actually, I think.
What's that?
I think Jupiter had a airdrop. I think Jito had one too. I'm not sure.
Yeah, and I think on Twitter, on the Camino. Yeah, so their Solana's lending, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, they got vaults for Jito, which has done really well. And the volume, you can see now, this is the first time that Solana volume, DEX volume, has actually outpaced Ethereum. That's how big Solana is right now. So that's pretty crazy. So there's a lot going on, and that is one of the lending facilities, which is Camino, which we haven't really talked about before, but it's like anything, any platform that is kind of like the first and the biggest do well. I think also you could earn Bonk rewards. I think that was part of it as well. So there was a connection with Bonk. And that was another reason why they did so well. So then that was Camino. The next one was Radiant. Haven't talked about Radiant before. This is earn interest and borrow. Obviously, this is in the DeFi space. It is powered on layer 0. That's the platform, and the token is called RDNT. Now, what's interesting about this, I think if we have a look on their Twitter, literally, this is what has gone crazy with them recently. December the 5th, a 2 million ARB STIP airdrop. So they're doing an airdrop for ARB. And there's another one for, have a look here. Yeah, they had a lot of airdrops, like genuine airdrops. Plus Binance had RDNT in their locked product. So that was pretty interesting. And I was just trying to find where it was. There was a link. But basically, they provide rewards. And if I remember rightly, you could lock up for, I think, 6 months. Yeah, basically, if you locked up your coins for about 6 months, you would get really good rewards from them. And I think one of them was paid in there. I don't know if it's in the lap. I'll just...
Yeah, it's you got to put in 0 to 1, 2 million to get nothing.
Yeah. Yes.
And then 2 million to 2.7 million locked up, you get 186,000 ARB.
Yeah.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah, and you have to lock up your tokens. Here, they're up to 2 million ARB tokens for 6 to 12 months. So, and the Radiant DAO has got the ARB tokens. Right now, this only lasts. I clicked this today. Where was the learn more? I clicked it, and it tells you specifically 2 million ARB airdrop. It is live, and you got to lock up for 6 to 12 months. Blah blah blah. The qualifying period January will end before January 31st, so you don't have long, like literally just about a month. And there's a little thing that you were just talking about, the milestones, the increment, the airdrop value, and stuff like that. So there's not long left to participate. Now, I'm not saying to participate. I'm just saying this is what they're doing. And basically, you purchase the RDNT token, and I think you just use the DLP locker. You can actually zap into it as long as you've got, I think, ARB or any of these particular assets, and because they want you to lock that up, and they will pay in ARB, and there's a good chance that ARB will do very well. So yeah, if you've got the you want to look at something like that, Radiant Capital.
Start a pool. We only need 7.5 million pool, and we'll get 2 million in ARB.
That's right. So it's pretty cool. And the last thing I want to talk about is you'll see this happen to a lot of networks. Arbitrum Network went offline for 78 minutes because of inscriptions. And this has happened on a lot of inscriptions on a lot. There's just one I want to show. But literally what that means is the network wasn't available, wasn't working. No transactions were taking place. And this has happened on a lot of different networks. And some happen more than others. So remember that this is why people don't hold everything in some of these networks, because if this was to happen with Bitcoin, that would be a problem. But that doesn't happen with Bitcoin. So, but it does happen with these newer networks. So be aware of that. And if something goes wrong, these things will happen where the whole network will go down. And it's not really resilient. When you think about it, it's not really decentralized when the whole network goes down. So be aware, these are the risks associated with some of these networks that are not mature yet, like Bitcoin. So I think that was all I had to share with you. Yeah, there's a lot to get through. All the links are in the Discord.
Yeah, that Radiant one's been around for a while. I didn't purchase any of that, but I like to see old projects. I'm a bit of an old school dude. When I see old projects that have been through a couple of bears, I know that they got a good team, they got money, and they're working on new shit, and they'll do really well this coming bull run. What? Any thoughts or random thoughts at all, Tommy?
Well, Garth, if you want $5 in Bitcoin Cash, I actually know the CEO, Roger Ver.
Do you?
He messaged me. Yeah. Well, I don't know him. Well, I was bashing him on Twitter, and he messaged me. He goes, "How much you want to bet? I could send you $5 in Bitcoin Cash, and Bitcoin can't even do that." And I said, I just told him to go, F off. And he didn't like me, then he ended up blocking me. But he offered me $5 though. That's very generous of this guy.
Wow. Yeah, look,
That's bad.
I mean, he's doing a lot of things. We haven't heard much of Roger, but he was like he was probably the one that really got me, the whole Bitcoin thing. Like he just got me in that whole world. Like what he was doing, I was really behind. Like there was most of the other ones were like corporate companies. They're like the company that runs Bitcoin now. They're just corporate, and they're out to make money and whatever, just to make money for the people who already have Bitcoin and stuff like that. But he was trying to get Bitcoin in the hands of people and make a real difference with transactions. He wasn't like trying to make a gold standard like Bitcoin's become now. He just wanted to use it as a transaction. So I really liked the stuff. And I remember that doco that was Roger Ver was in, and that was really exciting when I watched that. I remember watching that thing. I can't remember the name of it, but
Oh yeah, I think they gave him the nickname Bitcoin Jesus. I thought he was
yeah.
gonna open up a church and then get donations from Bitcoin or something.
No, well, he's fine. He's doing very fine. Remember, he owns bitcoin.com and bitcoin.com, as well, and he's basically responsible for Bitcoin Cash. So yeah, he's got a lot going on. He's in the background, and he's investing in basically new projects. You don't hear about it, but that's what's going on there. But yeah, no, it's very interesting. But people need, in my opinion, there needs to be leaders at certain times, and other times maybe they step aside and stuff like that. But when you don't have leaders, what happens is it just goes to shit. People just, I don't know, just rampant corruption and all sorts of bad things happen. I mean, I know that can happen with normal leaders and stuff like that, but you really need people to lead and push innovation and put it out there to people. And I thought that he did that.
Yeah, that's why
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Michael Saylor. He's leading the way with the corporations and the corporate world, and all these companies are just waiting for this ETF thing, and it's gonna be like go crazy.
Be payday for Michael Saylor.
Oh yeah,
Yes, sir.
it'll. I think I did the numbers. If Bitcoin goes to $1 million, MicroStrategy will have a quarter or nearly 300, basically a quarter of $1 trillion in Bitcoin. That they would have turned that into a quarter of $1 trillion.
Oh,
That's
goodness.
crazy.
Wow. So they're gonna be like top 100 companies, probably, like up there.
Yeah, they'll be up there. They'll be up there. I mean, Apple still. I think is Apple number one company, or is it Tesla? I don't know, but it's
It's Apple. I think they have
Apple. Yeah.
no. I think they have like 2 or 3 trillion, 2 trillion, I think.
Yeah.
And then Tesla has about 800 billion or something like that. I think Bitcoin and Tesla is like number 10.
Yeah.
Like they fight. Bitcoin's number 10, and then Tesla's number 8, and then Meta.
Yeah, well, that's all going to change pretty soon. Bitcoin's going to be number one. So, yeah, that's interesting. Anyway, I got one. I got one for you, not to sleep on. This one's an oldie, but I like old things that have worked in the past. I just like to bring them back up and then just tell people, hey, don't forget about this one. Okay. Bit of an old school dude. KDA, don't sleep on KDA. All right, everyone's talking about Casper. I get it. Casper's going to be really good, like the KASPER, not Casper Labs that Garth mentioned. Casper's the latest thing with proof of work, and I do like Casper. Don't get me wrong, because every Tom, Dick, and Harry pumped it on YouTube, and if you guys don't know, the emission rate on Casper is basically it's equivalent to every month the emissions decrease, and then basically about every year it's like a Bitcoin halving or very similar too. That's why I like Casper. So if you can mine Casper now, which is the most profitable coin right now, which, if they made it ASIC resistant, it would have been better. But anyway, everyone's talking about Casper, but people have forgotten about KDA. And I know there's a lot of dilution with KDA. As you can see here, it's a billion supply and only 250 million out. So only a quarter of the supply out. But it's up 9.3% today, and it's 75 cents, right? It's still doing its thing, and its all-time high was $27. So, in my opinion, it wouldn't hurt just buying some KDA or mining it, and then tuck it away. I think this is going to hit all-time highs. It's going to hit all-time highs in the future. Okay, I get it. In November, this is when we had November 2021 was when we hit the last 69K in Bitcoin. I think it can get back up. But there's an easy 10x, 20x in this because it's only 75 cents and it did hit $27. It's down 93. I like to see stuff that's down and like nothing's changed. They're still doing its thing, but it's down because of the bull market. So 97.3% down, you're buying it at a cheap discount and it could do easy 20x. So, do the math on that. I still like KDA because of it's an old coin.
That's chicken feed.
So you know what? You can go through CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko, and you can actually pull up a lot of these old coins, and people aren't talking about them, and they're doing a lazy 5 or 10x. Literally, you just pull them up, and you just go, wow, this thing's done a 10x in the last 12 months, done a 5x. It's the easiest freaking money you're going to get, and they're established coins. They're not like the latest sort of flavor sort of thing. They've been around for a while, so that's a good little tip for you guys, just to go to CoinGecko and spend some time on there, and then just go and look at the coins, old coins that have been around for a while. This one here is very good as well. Injective. This is like the business finance of blockchains. 1 year. And in 1 year, it's done. Oh, look at that! It's done 2,000% in 1 year. So that's what I'm saying, right? You can get a lot of these old coins here, which you could have bought a year ago. No, let's see. What are we now? December the 17th. There you go. $1.30. $1.30 could have bought it a year ago. No, that's 2022. My bad. But, you kind of get the point, right? You could have got this pretty cheap. Okay, maybe not that cheap. 2022. Yeah, 2022. What am I talking about? Yeah, you could have bought it for $1.37 a year ago. And now it's, nearly $30. 30x. So that's what I'm saying. Now, obviously, Injective, okay, your boy Mark Cuban, he's heavily involved in that one. He's actually involved in something that's real, not like titanium or Titan or what it was, which is just a pump and dump. So Mark Cuban, he's still right in there. He's got his money invested in crypto, although I don't think he'll be pitching crypto.com too soon. But so yeah, Injective, another good one that's up like 100%, and it's done 30%, 30x in a year. So this is what I like to do: go to CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap, depends on which one you use, and then just go through the old coins and just do what I just showed you and how much they've gone up, and you are going to be amazed on what you can find. So this is like It's just do this process like I just showed you, and you're gonna find like this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Everyone's out there trying to find the latest shit, the latest thing's gonna pop off. Oh look, I got the latest meme coin. Blah, 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 blah. What they're forgetting about is the stuff that is already there, that's already been battle tested, that's already established. It's already got everything. Instead of like putting money into like risky shit that it's just so speculative that people can just take off their money. But if you invest in these older coins, they're already established. They've already been around a couple of bear markets, and then do that comparison. You're going to be gobsmacked. You're going to go, oh wow, I should have bought it. See, so that's why you buy the coins when no one's talking about them. This is what you've got to do, and you should have been buying. What do you call it? Meme coins or altcoins. All right, altcoins. Let's go worldwide, and let's go 5 years. See, so when people start talking about altcoins, it's too late. See, so now we no one's talking about them. That's when you buy them, and then that's when they pump, and then this thing's going to go up, and now everyone's talking about them. It's too late. Isn't that true, Garth? When your hairdresser starts talking about it, it's too late.
Yeah. When you're like randomly walking past
Tommy, but yeah, and Garth.
Yeah, when you're going past.
Yeah. I was telling.
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
I can't hear you.
Are you right?
I was saying that, I was telling NG yesterday. I said, as soon as the barber mentions that he's in crypto, don't even let him cut your hair yet. So hold on for a second. Hit the sell button. That's it.
That's exactly right. Because when everyone's talking about it, it's like reached saturation. Give you an example. I randomly walked past a cafe, right? And I heard two women talking, and the other one said, "Oh, have you tried Temu?" Like TEMU, and she was explaining about Temu. Now, I already knew what Temu was. It's an app. It's like basically like Alibaba. You're buying stuff from overseas for ridiculously cheap prices, and when it gets guaranteed delivery within 2 weeks, sort of competing with with Amazon and Ali and everything like that. And it's pretty huge. Well, it turns out, right, that the number one app in Australia is Temu, the most downloaded this year. Right. So this is how much saturation. So now like everyone knows about Temu in Australia. And this is how like with, Bitcoin or altcoins, or whatever it is, when people are talking about it, it's completely saturated. That's like when you sell. The moment you hear it, you sell.
Yeah, that's the thing with these. That's the thing with these. Sorry. Go ahead, Tommy.
Yeah, I want to touch on Garth. So at the cafe, well, I met this girl that works there, and then I told her I do security. I was a bouncer at my brother's bar, and I have a picture of me wearing a bulletproof vest with the gloves on and everything, and I got a hat on. I'm showing a picture of me as a bouncer, like this, and she goes, "Wait, what is that you have on your hat? Is that Bitcoin?" I said, yeah." I'm like, damn. I'm like, these people know. Mind you, the B logo is like very small, and she disregards whatever, my whole setup as a security guard. She's like, oh, is that Bitcoin? I'm like, yeah. But then, see, they have this false narrative. They go, oh, but didn't it do this recently? I'm like, you don't really keep up with the news, do you? No, it's doing this now. But then I try to educate them on, it's good for the environment, and they're doing hydropower, solar power, and all that stuff. I try to, be very educated. I actually try to sound like I know what I'm talking about. Half of it, I was just, going on, with it's good for the environment and stuff. But it's crazy. People know. It's just not gonna be written on their forehead.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. In NAM, they're pretty they're pretty crypto savvy because when I was in last Bitcoin conference in Texas, which is a while ago, there was a lot of Asian projects from particularly in Vietnam. They were doing like gaming and DeFi stuff, but they were from Vietnam. So, yeah, Vietnam's got a big crypto community, and they do a lot of those fucking meme coins and stuff, man. They right into it, man.
Yeah, there's probably like red tape and stuff. Like it's like taboo. Like you're not allowed to talk about it, or they might put you in jail. It's it's a communist country, so I guess they try to be safe with it.
Yeah, and here's the thing: the probably people that are like there's politicians and stuff, and all the generals and all the dudes in the army. They're probably doing the same shit. They're probably getting their Bitcoin. Like wouldn't surprise me. But anyway, guys, yeah, obviously a lot of stuff that we talk about, and there's we try to bring you more stuff, obviously in the Discord and stuff like that. So if you're interested, just go to patreon.com/100xcrypto academy, and we try to bring you latest projects as well, any meme coins and stuff. There's airdrops coming, so there's plenty of stuff to sink your teeth in if you're interested. Check it out. I'll probably leave the link somewhere below. Anyway, other than that, any final, because we're getting to about an hour, so that's kind of like how we sort of cap it.
I was gonna wrap it up with a chart. I was just gonna throw a quick chart in here.
Yeah, why not? Let's do it.
Yeah, why not? I'll be about 1 minute. So give me 1 minute. All right. I'm ready when you are.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Okay. All right. Have a look at this chart. So this chart here, you can see how there's got a bit of structure on here. You can see this is higher, low, higher, high, higher, low. So it's trending up. And this little line here is like a breakout, right? And then you got this part here. Hold on. What? We're at 14,000. And this little indicator down here is it like, what have we got here? Is heading up towards 45 and then going to on 80. What's all this about? Hold on. We're looking at a period back in September 20. Okay, cool. Let's fast forward. Oh, look. Let's have a look here. We've got this
you tricked us.
pattern where now we're forming this pattern where it's broken out. We're actually at 81 days over its moving average. And if we actually go back to that when that last happened, this is, purely coincidence here, but back in 2021 when it broke out, it had the same kind of thing going on where we saw this was at this period of time before it broke out, we had about 70 or 80 days above its 50-day moving average, which is why it was going up, right? It broke out from structure, and it went from basically, 20K all the way to 40, and then all the way up to 60. That was, epic, right? And then if you fast forward, we had the bear market, and you can see some of the structure forming again is what we're seeing here. So we got this breakout here to the upside. We've got this long period of time where currently at 81 days above its 50-day moving average. So, and it's formed this little flag here. So it has potential, and we're in December. It is potential to really punch through and move into January and continue on up like it's done previously. So that's my little chart for you. So this is looking good in terms of Bitcoin.
Yeah, we like those little charts, Garth. They're always interesting, and I even learned stuff from it. So we are getting ready because I've never even thought about it, to be honest, but it's literally 8 days from Christmas.
Yeah.
We never mentioned Christmas once. We're talking about crypto. It's 8. What the hell's going on? What's happening?
Yeah. It's actually, we'll be doing Christmas on Christmas Eve will be the 24th.
Oh, Christmas Eve. Okay,
yeah.
Well, you guys,
the best part about it.
You'll have to bring some sort of Christmas attire, okay?
I might have to dress up like a elf or like Santa's helper.
No,
you could wear red, whatever. wear red, or you could just
with
dress
the
up as Santa
Filipino
Claus.
hat.
Cool. We'll see what we come up
All
with
right.
by next week. So
That's next week.
Cool.
Next
Yes,
week is going to be Christmas.
interesting.
What the
all
hell?
right.
Wow.
And then it'll be the
Get
new
ready
year.
for the Santa run, the Santa Bull run. I think it happens. Usually they call it the Santa run.
Yeah.
We just need to get onto a meme coin. Let's call it Christmas Santa 2023 meme coin, whatever
Yeah.
they're going to call it,
That's
Santa
it.
coin. Ride that sucker
Santa
up to
Blanc.
1000x.
Santa
There you go.
Blanc
There you
bunker.
go, Santa Blanc. That's it. That's it, man. Santa
Let's
Blanc.
just
Look out
create
for that
one.
one,
Let me
guys.
create one right now. SantaBunk.com. Go to there. They
You
got
better
the white
pump out
paper
that
on there.
ERC20. Hell yeah. There you go, guys. So look out. There's breaking news. Santa Blanc. That's a good name.
Perfect
Santa
timing.
Blanc.
Yeah.
It's
Got a whole week.
It's gonna be
on
on
Look up the
Solana.
domain
It's gonna
name
be on
now,
the
Tommy.
Solana. It's gonna be on the Solana blockchain. It's gonna get listed on Coinbase and Binance. Just imagine.
You better grab that URL now, that domain name. That's a good name.
Unbelievable.
But anyway, it's all seriousness. We are going to we're heading towards the most exciting thing in crypto, and that's next year. It's 2024. It's going to be bloody crazy. It's going to go bonkers. So we're excited.
Yes, sir.
And again, just with small bit of money, whatever you can afford, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. Again, you don't give us the money. You invest it, buy some coins, buy some solid coins, and you never know. You could turn that 2,000 or 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 into 70, 80 or 90,000, 100 grand. So there's already like your wage for a year. I mean, Tommy could do it like sitting on a couch in the Philippines or anywhere. Anyone can do it, right? And get into the right coins, hold them for long enough. When they get to the level, take the profit. There's your cash for a year. There's your basically a whole year's wage. I'm not saying quit your job, but I mean, you never know. Take some time off. Go to a holiday. So we're excited. 2024 is going to be absolutely crazy. And we'll see you next week with Christmas edition. So thanks, guys, for coming on.
All right. See you guys.
All right. See you guys. Peace.
And we'll see you and catch you next week. Catches.
Yes.